Hey, what's up, folks? Graphics Rogue here, and I'm back with another Rome 2 online battle. I've got a special guest with me, the Mad Irish Gamer from the Mad Irish Gaming Tavern.
Tavern, yeah. Hi guys, I am Puff Daddy from MADirishGaming, and I'm appearing as a... Am I special? I don't know. Am I?
Special? Yeah, this is a kind of a special. I got over 100 subs the other day. Woohoo, yeah.
Celebration time, come on. Da-da-da-da.
It's amazing. Yeah. And the second I put this vid out now, I'm gonna have 98 subs the next day.
They all just unsub.
What are you doing? That's usually how it happens. I get 3 subs one day, -1 the next.
Yeah. YouTuber after bringing in this thing though, you know, like it's just like they just, you know, over accounts that like haven't been used in like 6 months, that they just get like, they unsub from all the things that they're subbed from and stuff like that.
Yeah, something like that.
So,
all right, what kind of a battle plan do we think we got going on here?
I remember since we were Swebby, I suppose you were kind of hell bent on rushing them, and
well, that's kind of how you have to play it when you're Swebby,
with Swebby, like, so
because they don't have holding power.
Exactly, yeah. So I stalled up the left pretty good, and that allowed you to hit the front of the right army, but he had pikemen, so I brought over most of my peltas, didn't I, really?
Yeah.
That helped it.
Yeah, the beginning of this battle was a lot of maneuvering. We thought they were going to start coming at us, but
yeah,
thinking about it, yeah, that wouldn't have been a great idea just to run up the hill. So I wanted to maneuver us on the best part of the hill, but they were never going to come up and meet us on that hill.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I saw what kind of formations they were pulling, and I thought maybe it would be better if I was on the right, because the army on the right has less infantry, and that's more how I can deal with it. If I can just smash through all his infantry, because he has so few.
Yeah.
And it'll be better for you to hold the fuckers on the left.
Yeah, and I was able to, like, my Libyan infantry with my most of my cav force over there was, you know, it worked well. And my elephants, of course. We can't forget about them.
Yeah, your elephants. You brought the elephants, and the enemy did not bring the elephants. I thought that was kind of weird.
Yeah. And, like, I mean, between two of them, I was expecting at least 2 elephant units. So, like, you know.
Yeah, at least two elephant units. But he brought a lot of missile units, a lot of Cretians.
Yeah. Did you see the citizen cav as well that was hiding? That was snaky.
The one on the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that like too late. It did get me. It was sneaky on me.
Yeah.
Sometimes the sneakiness works. I did not see that until it was far later.
So I'm scouting out on the right there with what is it? Mercenary companion, 2 mercenary companions and a Carthaginian cav. But I kind of decide, yeah, I need these guys back on the left wing, because you should have seen the cavalry on my left flank. There was so many.
They didn't pop up yet though. No, yeah, here they are. Yes, they popped up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were gonna need that cav to deal with the leftern areas.
And the elephants over there were perfect as well.
Yeah, but they had a lot of missile units. You would have thought that their missile units would have just...
Yeah, they didn't use them properly at all. But then again, they are cheap, you know. They're, what is it, 300? There's like a mix of light tests.
Well, any missile can put some fire arrows on and make your elephants go berserk.
Yeah, especially like mass fire, yeah.
So that's even the cheapest missile unit can put some fire on and do that for you.
Just absolutely, you know, wreck your elephants and just put them useless, especially if they run into pikes.
Alright. Are you keeping a Carthaginian cav hidden on the far right over here? Is that what you did?
Behind their lines.
Yeah.
Oh, I used it. You see, they had like 3 units of citizen cav, so I couldn't, get really close. So like, what I waited was I'm just about putting them up there now, and what I was really trying to sneak around and get the skirmishers with this kind of cav unit, and that was my train of thought, and it did work towards the end of the battle when like I was bringing in the elephants, and it did put pressure on the skirmishers. Are you advancing now up to the pike line?
Yeah, I'm advancing up. I initially was thinking about having my army on the left, but I saw the weakness of the right forces, so I maneuvered my forces to go on the right to see if I can deal with, because he has so few infantry on the right, and he has so few infantry and so many skirmishers, and I could smash through. I know that we can just roll this bitch up and just roll up right into the other army.
Yeah, and that was definitely what we did, really, wasn't it? Like,
yeah. And let's see, I got a lot of sword masters, some wolf warriors, and putting the proper aerial vistas ability on them, they can be very devastating, the wolf warriors. He's got some thorax pikemen, some Galatian swordsmen. Overall, I think my sword masters definitely can take any of his infantry units he has on the right.
Oh yeah, definitely. Even his Galatian swordsman is weak on the flank, even, like,
And even his pike units are actually spread very thin. A thin pike unit like this, I think it would be kind of safe. Yeah. I think it would be pretty safe to just charge through with a very thin pike unit like this.
With a very armored unit, though, like the sword masters would be perfect, and the peltasts are just being brought up until now.
It seems like you've won the battle on the far left over here.
Yeah, it was kind of like, when that cav fight kind of wrapped up, it was kind of just charging, because as you know, companion cav is really, really good. It's very, very powerful. It's a force to be reckoned with. Like,
are they the best? Are they the best cav the Carthaginians have?
Yeah, melee cav. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it is, and it isn't too far behind being the best cav unit in the game. Like,
I think the noble cav from Sweaty are very good.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure the stats. I wonder if they're better.
The noble cav for the Celts are very, very good as well.
Are they the same unit?
No, they have a higher attack, but the Gaelic has much more defense, much more. So,
all right, we're starting to get engaged on the right here. We finally charged in with our Galatian swordsmen with our spear wall. Now they can hold out a long time. They're a good new unit, and I also brought some spear women to test them out a little bit. Look at them. They're beasting, these spear women. Nice.
Now the way he the way he would spread thin. It was good, because like, my peltasts were kind of overshotting their shots. And they were missing, and so like the kill rate was very, very like slow, but you did manage to get around them, like, I mean, look at that.
Yeah, and you still where's that cav? Yeah, you got him far back here behind the lines, that Carthaginian cav. We're already starting to make one of their Galatians.
Yeah. Oh, did he have a Galatian wall guard?
Galatian, did he?
I don't know.
Not sure, but I'm charging his citizen cav with my riders of the hunt, and I'm smacking the back of his Galatian swordsman with my other riders of the hunt. Just gonna finish these guys off once and for all. And my berserkers, they made short work of some of those units. My berserkers are still berserking.
They tore shit up, because like I remember very, very start, you put them forward and they were engaging on the very right, and they were doing fantastic.
And that's what I like to do with my berserkers. I like to put them ahead of my spearmen, charging with the berserkers and back them up with some spearmen.
Ah, yeah, nice. And
it usually makes short work of the enemy. And already, the enemy left flank is just crumbling. We're getting on all their corners. And your peltas units, if you focus your peltas units on their pikemen, that could just melt them, absolutely melt them. And you're engaging on the left over here pretty well.
Yeah, it was only a matter of time before he broke. I was kind of used to him, like, not using phalanx on his like pike unit, so I drove all my cavalry right into the front.
Oh boy.
But sure, at this day in the battle, like, it wasn't gonna matter. I mean,
Oh, and that cav unit, that Carthaginian you had way back there, finally coming in, smacking right into that big, soft mob of Nubians. Delicious.
eat that for breakfast, like.
Some of my berserkers on the left, though, they got overwhelmed. And they routed. They got completely overwhelmed.
Do you have any berserkers left? No.
Michael, on the right, I may have a few on the right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 9.
That's still a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, 9 berserkers. They're turning around. Look at that. They took the thorax pikemen out of pike formation, and they're charging at my... trying to charge at my riders of the hunt, I think. Trying to stop my riders from smacking into the back of all those Cretians. And, of course, their pike line is just getting melted by your peltasts.
Yeah. The peltasts done their job,
The thing I like about this battle is we split up our jobs. My job was mostly the heavy infantry, and your job was the cavalry and the missile units, and it worked together so well. It all melded together. Look at the left flank.
It is brilliant, because I like those, like I was saying, the auxiliary armies that fit in nice with another army. I like those kind of armies, and I like working with them.
Most 2v2s I do, people want to play them like 1v1s, just with 2 armies.
Yeah.
And it's so much funner when you're working together with your ally, saying, "My job is this, and your job is that."
Yeah, that was this. Yeah.
Man, these spear wall over here on my left they held out a long ass time.
Yeah.
And now you're just smacking the enemy right in the back, and they can't take it. Thorax pikemen out of pike formation too.
They are a good unit, though. A very good unit.
Alright, that's just some advice for somebody. You never take your pike unit out of pike formation. There is no use.
No.
They're almost useless out of pike formation. Yeah, at this point it's just cleanup duty. They're trying. The guys on the right are trying to pull back and maybe reconsolidate their forces, but our cav are so numerous. We overwhelmed them by our teamwork. That's what it was.
Yeah, it's like a beauty,
They had the forces. I think they had the forces that could deal with us. They weren't using them correctly.
We good tools of our own, I mean, we good infantry and we'd massive cavalry, massive.
Yeah.
I mean, all my 3 companions together racked up 1,000 kills. So that.
Look, 300 killed, 302 kills on one of them.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, and also I told you, I looked over here at this point, and I told you, hey, smacking the front of these pikes with your calves is not a good idea.
Yeah, I remember that, and I was like, oh, what? Because I was saying to myself, it's like, he sort of pike formation, but I actually didn't, I was just at that stage, it didn't really require.
Yeah, these guys, I'm surprised these mercenary companions lasted so long in the front of these pikes. They didn't rout as fast as I thought they would.
Their armor is like 91 now, I think, or something like that.
Their health is 90.
Yeah.
And their armor is 80.
Ah.
Melee tech 74. Oh, you're just diamond formationing these carrion axemen. Just smacked right into them. Ooh, that was devastating.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I saw someone's head go off. Nice.
What graphic settings are you actually on? I need to ask you.
I'm Some bits are high and some bits are medium. I got anti-aliases off. It's custom.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, though, for my computer, even if I put my graphics on the lowest setting on big battles like this, when I go down to the ground, it chugs pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's why I don't do too many of those until I am able to upgrade my PC, which who knows when that'll be. I'm gonna have to stick to mostly smaller-ish battles.
That was the hard thing, like when we were like recording with like, you know, 3v3s. It can be a thing and a pain to overcome sometimes.
I tried to record some 3v3s a while back and just, it was chugging so hard.
Yeah, it's hard. Very hard.
Even on the lowest settings for me. Close victory.
That was not a close victory. Couldn't have been.
I don't think that was very close.
So
let's
are you on
look
the
at
stats screen? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about the stats. So
my riders hunted pretty damn well.
Oh, they're the light cav unit. Yeah.
Yeah. This must be the one I smacked right in the back of that one unit.
Oh yeah. Your bow women doing fantastic. Are they deer though?
Yeah, that one berserker got 173. That's nice.
Yeah.
Look at these spear wall. They didn't even lose that many men. That's how. That's how much armor they have.
That's fantastic. And spear women. Did you see spear women? Look.
How they look?
No, nearly 200 kills.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I must have got into the backs of some pikes or maybe into some missile units, because I'm not sure how they got that many kills.
They paid for it, didn't they?
I didn't bring any swordmasters. I brought one swordmaster, two swordmasters.
Two, yeah. Your wolf warriors doing okay.
What did you... Man, that 481 kills on that mercenary companion cav.
Yeah, but altogether it's nearly 1,000, like, do you see?
Yeah, what...
Crazy.
What did they get into to get that many kills?
The carrion axemen.
Yeah, all those carrions.
A few archers. And a good few pikes out of formation.
Mm-hmm.
The peltas doing okay. They were all on pikemen.
Yeah, the peltas did their job.
Yeah. While they've been infantry holding up pretty well. They held up most of the army, you know, so that's good enough for 4 units.
The enemy army of James MC.
James MC.
James MCR. His Cretians got a lot of kills. He did pretty well with his Cretians until he got turned around and smacked up.
They're very hard to protect, aren't they? You know, skirmishes and all that. Very, very hard.
Galatians didn't do very good at all.
Yeah.
That's not what they're there for. To be that center main force. I think he brought too many of these Galatians. I don't think that's what they're there for.
Nah, they're more for kind of hidden in the back and stuff.
If he was going to bring pikes, he should have brought more pikes, or he should have brought some thorax swordsmen.
Yeah.
Tvindervel. He brought way too many carrion axemen, I think.
Yeah, look at that. 3.
Look at all those carrying camel spearmen.
Yeah.
What? That's not good. Why did he bring so many camel spearmen?
He did. Did you see what he did with his general?
What did he do with his general? No, I didn't see that.
The upgrade. Look at the upgrades.
He's got 2 gold chevrons. That's where all his money went.
That's not good at all. That's not good at all.
I hear the Royal Thorax Swordsmen aren't worth it.
No, they're not. No. Royal Galatians are much better.
Mm-hmm.
Much better.
Do they have Royal Peltists? Egypt?
No.
No. So, alright, who's the MVP of this battle?
MVP.
I think it's your companion mercenaries, the 481.
Yeah, it probably is. Yeah.
3 XP ranks. Boom. That is absolutely delicious. Well, that was a pretty well done battle. We worked together.
Yeah, that was fun. It was very, very fun.
I love how we worked together, and the power of our teamwork was not enough. Was too much for the enemy.
Too much. Yeah.
All right. So we're playing this one. I am playing as Sparta, and you are playing as Bactria.
Bactrians, yes. The two Greek Hellenic factions up against Rome and Pontus.
Yeah, this should be
So,
interesting. Rome brought a lot of veteran legionnaires.
Oh yeah.
He brought 2 Astati though. That's kind of an interesting choice. I hardly see anybody bringing any Astati anymore because they're so weak.
Yeah, I don't think anyone brings them, to be honest. They're very weak units. Very weak.
The only thing they're good for really is being meat shields.
Yeah, cannon fodder.
But Pontus, they brought a crapload of Eastern archers, didn't they?
Yeah, 6 of them I think it was it?
1, 2,
Yep.
3, 4, 5. Yeah. And that would have been, that can be scary against your elephants, definitely.
Oh yeah.
But my guys are mostly pretty armored though. I think they could hold a while at least against the archers before they start doing some bad damage.
Yeah, but he didn't actually like kind of target your pikemen for some strange reason. I don't know why, but my archers ripped his archers anyway to shreds because you know they're kind of a cheap thing.
Yeah, and you're moving your 3 Syrians over to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the elite archers can just mow down a cheap archer.
Yeah, pretty fast actually, really fast.
He's got look at all these bronze shield pikemen, and they're not in pike formation. There's a lot of bronze shield pikemen. Are they worth that?
Wait, they're kind of like, I'd say they'd be better than Thorax pikemen, but it's kind of a higher of the mid tier, if you know what I mean.
So on the left flank we got a big engagement. Your Bactrian noble horse just beasting on all of the Roman cavalry here.
Yeah. He backs off as soon as he sees my elephants, which is smart, but
and I'm backing up with 2 of my spear units.
Yep. And he does go for it again actually. And yeah, the elephants does do a number on him.
And your Bactrians are chasing him down too. They're not letting him get away.
Yeah.
Chasing him right down.
And you see this one kind of like he forgot about it or something. I don't know. It was left in flying wedge formation.
Oh yeah.
So I charge that.
On the No. Yeah, so I'm just trying to move up slowly and cautiously because I know his eastern archers can really hurt my pikes. I'm thinking what the best way to do it. I'm thinking maybe we should try to go for winning the flank battles first.
Yeah.
So I'm sending my Cretians all the way to the left, and I'm trying to focus on his Balearic slingers. I think I got my guys in heavy shot. I can't quite tell. But we're focusing on them.
I don't know if he even tells you.
I don't think it does. I do have them on fast reload though. They're going forward. They're walking forward, so I'm guessing I turned on the heavy reload because heavy reload does have a lower range.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to. They're kind of boxing themselves in a little bit.
Yeah.
Trying to prepare.
I do bring up the Torque Swordsman in a while and put pressure on the flanks, and that gives me kind of a screening effect, and I'll be able to push the flanks even harder with my elephants and cav. Over on the right flank, I'm going to use my Torque Swordsman to stop the infantry helping his cav reaching.
Yeah, there's a lot of cavalry. There's a lot of cavalry on the right. I mean, enemy infantry on our right, and it seems like the enemy, their left flank is very weak. They have a lot of cav and some missile units, but we have a lot more on our left flank. Yeah. With the elephants and all that. Look at that! They're all charging at your elephants. Like that's a good idea.
Legionary cav is just too, I suppose, weak for that, So.
Trying to see the new animation where the elephant flips them over. I have yet to see it yet.
When did they bring that in?
I think in the last patch.
Oh.
There was a new animation where an elephant, he picks up a guy and he throws him across the field.
Oh, that's class.
That's funny. They're already starting to rout. We're moving up. and I start to get the idea that they're already peppering my pikemen. I need to start moving them up, and if I just move them up and get them to try to engage the main line, then it'll at least push their archers back. Because usually people have their archers on skirmish mode. I like to take my archers off skirmish mode. But
I do, but it can give you that extra, like.
It can, but it's better if you pay attention to your archers, because if I'm moving up ahead my infantry unit up against that Pontic line there, if his archers aren't skirmish mode, they're just going to skirmish back, and he's not in control of it.
Exactly, yeah.
And he's not in control of where they're going to be. Mm-hmm.
And he can't put his archers to effect. Your pipeline should win anyway on a 1v1 anyway. It's like Spartan pikes against Levy pikemen.
And already our left flank is, we've completely cleaned up the left flank with our hoplites and our cav.
And the cav, yeah.
And my cav are swinging around because I see a big fat meaty center of archers, and I want to swing my cav around and smack them right in the butt. Either that or the enemy general.
Yeah.
Because he's bringing some Astati. Yeah, he is bringing some Astati to try to defend his archers. And we've got my long pike line engaging his infantry there.
Yeah, all it takes is hammer and anvils, and that should clean up that fight.
Well, he finally got his bronze pikemen into pike formation. That's good.
I think, I don't know if stats wise, but are they better than your Spartan pikes? Or I must give that a look.
41 melee attack, 55 armor, the same as Spartan pikemen. They have more morale.
Yeah.
They have more attack. I think that's about the only thing. A little bit more morale. We have more melee defense. I think cost effective wise, I think the Spartan pikemen are better.
Probably better, yeah, exactly. It's all about cost effective in Rome, really, isn't it? No. See what you see, bang for your buck kind of thing.
Look at that. The elephants are just smashing right through. The entire left flank is rolling up because they just left it so weak. And their right flank, it looks like the opponent is trying to consolidate his forces a little bit on the right. But you're slamming in with your Bactrian nobles and not letting them get into proper position.
Yeah, because they're very, very cost effective cav melee unit. Like, they're not the best, but for how much they are, they're pretty effective. The Pontus guy also doesn't go out without a fight. Actually, at the end, he keeps on fighting.
The Pontus guy, he's not gonna go out like a punk. He's gonna try.
No, he's gonna try.
His general is wavering though, because he's surrounded. And the main Roman line is just collapsed. Rome is no more. They've absolutely collapsed. And we're moving ahead our pikes, and we're just gonna continue to fully and utterly envelop these Pontics. Another mistake, the Pontic bronze pikemen are too thick. They don't need to be that thick.
Yeah, but they need to be more. They need to be kind of. You need to find a good line, for it,
I think the best pike needs to do is about four men deep.
4 men deep.
I hear a lot of advice about that.
You could go deeper, because do you know the way the mechanics for moving the pikes can be really, really
that is true,
and fucking retarded sometimes.
Yeah,
if they're in the lockier formation, they can interchange quicker.
That is true. A smaller formation unit can move quicker and easier.
Yeah. So there's drawbacks to each, I suppose it's really down to what time and place you use it in, and how you make use of it.
Yes. It's a huge cavalry fight with those Pontic swords on the right.
Yeah.
That is devastating. And we've got all these Pontic hoplites, Spartan hoplites on the right, just waiting to engage, just waiting to catch any running units and to surround them. They're not even fighting. Have they even gotten any kills? I wonder. No kills for these units. These 4 units on the right.
Oh.
They didn't even need to get in yet.
Jeez. That's fairly like.
And look at that. Our cav and elephants are just smacking right into the backs of these bronze pikemen.
That was a lovely sight. That's a lovely sight, you know. Beautiful sight to see.
Oh man, those armored elephants are. People say they're OP.
They're not.
They're armored after all. They're supposed to be strong.
But you see, like my army, like like the elephants. What was it, like 4 thorax swords, and 5 noble horse, and 3 Syrian archers. You know, that's not a big army. So I'm relying heavily on a tool, and if you take that tool away from me, you know, you win the game. Like it's GG, good luck, like. So.
Yeah, that's what the elephants are. Just a big, very powerful tool, like ballista or something.
So like they've got to be used in the right situation to make.
I've been hearing advice that or some comments saying that chariots can be a more powerful, devastating weapon than elephants. I've been testing that theory out, but I don't think that. I don't think so, because the elephants just plain have the fear effect. They're every bit as powerful as the chariots.
The fear effect, yeah.
And they have the fear effect. I just don't think the elephants are better than chariots. I hardly ever bring chariots. If I do, it's just to see.
That's a massive part of the elephants. Like.
Mm-hmm.
I remember at the very start I used to, because they were cheaper back then and stuff. But nowadays I don't know.
Yeah, back then, remember in earlier batches you could bring like a bunch of elephants and a bunch of chariots, and that's it. And you could destroy any army.
Yeah. Anyone.
Yeah, our cavalry is running down these running Eastern archers way in the back there. They're nothing. So I'm trying to look for the enemy army, and I finally notice, there's some cavalry way back here on the left.
Oh,
They're taking out my archers.
Yeah,
my archers I forgot about.
We do run them down with like every cavalry.
The entire army just starts to bear down on these couple of cav units, and they're still running down my Grecians.
Your citizen cav done excellent.
Yeah, they're a pretty weak unit, but used properly, they can be very devastating.
Yeah. If you can use numbers to your advantage, they are a fantastic thing to use. I remember a couple of battles I'd have like 5 or 6 of them, and they do reasonable, like, you know, they do reasonable.
I would like to play a battle with our teamwork, with our 2v2 teamwork versus 2 other good players, because I'm pretty sure one of these players was a noob or a newer player. I want to see how we do against. Yeah, I want to see how we do against 2 good players who do use teamwork.
Yeah, the main tactic of 2v2s is kind of overload one flank and then force a 2v1 situation kind of thing.
I remember
that works both ways.
I remember I've got the same response in Rome 2 and Shogun a couple of times when I asked a teammate, what's the strategy? What are we going to do? And literally the person just said, you beat your army and I'll beat mine.
Did literally say that?
Yeah.
That's stupid, like.
That's not how you're supposed to play 2v2s.
You're allies for a reason, like.
And I played a Napoleon battle recently, or a few weeks ago. I was moving ahead. I was almost doing all the work for half the battle. Then I noticed my allies' army was in the way back, and he was doing absolutely nothing. He was moving ahead a couple of cav units, but I asked him, "Hey, could you help me on this flank or do something over here?" He's like, "No," and I was like,
"No."
Could you?
No.
But I need help over here. Could you just yada yada? And he says something like, "This is my strategy." His sit back and like. It wasn't even a defensive position. He wasn't on a hill or anything. He was just way back there.
I hate that. You know,
and when half my army was And when half my army was destroyed in the replay, half my army was destroyed, he finally started to move up, but it was too late.
See, that just fucks. You know, that takes the fun out of the game, like.
And I also, a recent Napoleon battle, it was hilarious. It was so stupid, but it was hilarious too. We played a 2v2. This is why I hardly ever play 2v2 anymore. We played a 2v2. My enemy, my ally, he brought a crap load of howitzers, and I brought a normal army. My enemies brought normal armies.
What?
We brought
Howitzers?
Yeah, the entire army was made out of howitzers.
Spastic. I hate artillery on those games.
The problem
they
is
target your general, you know.
Well, the problem is the ammo doesn't run out.
Yeah, that's retarded.
But the real problem is here, we started the battle, and I started engaging, moving my army up a little bit, and started attacking his artillery with my artillery, the enemy. And I noticed I was getting a crap load of artillery strikes on my army. And I was like, where are all these artillery strikes coming from? And then I look to the left, and my ally has all his artillery pointed at me, and I'm looking at him for a few seconds, like 20 seconds, just to make sure I'm seeing what I'm seeing.
You're seeing what you're seeing.
All the shots are going off, and they are going. I mean, I wait for 2 or 3 volleys just to make sure, and then I say, "Are you attacking Prussia, my ally? Are you attacking me?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, it's just friendly merchant fire."
Oh my god.
It's just friendly fire. And I was like, oh, okay then. And I just quit.
Yeah, you quit. There's no point, like, no point.
Alright, what have we got here? No, man, my citizen cap, look at that.
Yeah.
A lot of kills.
All your Cretans died as well.
Yeah, they all died, but they got a lot of kills. 96 and 97.
5.
5. He got knocked out early, I guess. Look at that one periodicoid pike spear. He got no kills at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Spartan hoplite too. Yeah, they did a good job. This army wasn't the killer. Wasn't the killing part of our army. Your army was the killing part. Your armored elephants got 477 kills.
Yeah. And factory nobles got 100 kills over, except for 1. So they're really good. Really good. Really effective.
This thorax did pretty damn good too.
Oh yeah,
250.
Yeah.
Look at those mercenary Syrian archers, 208 kills.
Wow. They were all on pikemen, like levy pikemen and stuff.
Is that what they're doing? They're pointing at the pikemen?
Yeah.
Well, look at all those legionary cavalry on Rome.
0003.
3-1. Wow. Where's the general? Was that the...
Yeah, the general got 1 kill then. Jesus.
Hastati got 6 and 5.
11 altogether.
This is Rome. Rome is not supposed to have so few.
What was it, 261? Wow, that's pretty fucking shit.
Boy, oh boy, it's not good. He did not utilize this army well at all. But
he
also
bought Evocatis instead of veteran legionnaires, but cheaper.
But also, to be fair, Hide Blin is 7, a bunch of numbers, whatever his name is. To be fair, he didn't back up his ally very well. He had a lot of infantry, and he should have been backing up the Rome a little bit with some of these spear units.
Yeah, but he did try and shift his archers over, for the elephants, but it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
So, he did try something, but ultimately it failed.
His cavalry got a lot of kills, but I think most of it was on my Cretians.
Oh yeah, it was all your archers, I'd say, yeah.
Pontic swords. Are these Pontic swords, are they better than thorax swords?
They'd be around the same, but I'd say thorax just have a better edge. Barely, like.
No. Alright, well, that was a disaster for them. So, who's the MVP of this battle?
Is it Mr. Elephants?
Yes, it's Mr. Elephants.
Yeah, Mr. Elephant.
477 kills. He got 3 chevrons.
Yeah.
He gained that through the battle, though, right?
Yeah. I need to ask you, do you use upgrades on your army?
I never do. I don't think it's very useful.
Yeah.
I'd rather spend the money on another unit.
Yeah. Unless you had 60 left and you're like, oh, I might as well use it.
Yeah.
On
a cheap unit.
Yeah.
Oh man, those were some dope replays.
They were very good. They were fun. They were very fun matches.
They were very fun. But they were very fun replays. But I want to play a few live battles with you. You into that?
Yeah, man.
Let's go to the live battle place and see if we can deeba-dabba do something. Bop bop.